Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, stand to your feet and make noise for Gresh Unleashed!
Let's go! When the club go around here, I'm a cactus. Bang, bang, gang, got an OU jack. When I'm in the ring, it's just me and my best friends. OC cutting no slack. Hollywood Miz, you can put me on the A-list. Gresh Unleashed, better put it on your playlist. Me and my fam be ballin' like the Bruce. Fight night, baby, hard hitting like Sheamus. Family first, yes, bloodline business. Winning all the gold, look at how they witness. I was taught to be the greatest. 1,000 days I'm running, check out the book of Guinness. Coolin' with the baddies in the baddie section. Guarantee you they ain't jaded. Hero, you baby face, I ain't feeling your gimmick. The fans think it's overrated. Brock Lesnar on the beast. Eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Whole new swag with a price on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level gotta increase. Bringing content on a daily. Feeling like Gresh Unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. Welcome back to the Gresh Unleashed podcast. This is your boy, the voice that does the most, the purveyor of mischief, Gresh. Joined by, as always, is the Prince of Botch himself, Mr. Highlight Reel. That man is dabbing right now. You can't see it, but now you can. This man is dabbing for no apparent reason. But
Hey,
this is your official AEW Full Gear 2023 post show. This man is dabbing. Let me get the graphic up so we can stop embarrassing himself, man.
Hey.
This is your official All Elite Wrestling Full Gear 2023 post show that went down. The pay-per-view itself went down on this past Saturday, November 18th, 2023. It just finished. It just wrapped. But man, what a show. 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 Yeah. We're obviously going to be talking about here. We're obviously going to be talking about all I'm about to say all in, but Full Gear. But before we talk about that, officially Gresh Unleashed news right here. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the latest Talk and Ish session that has been going down. That's it for the month of November. We may or may not have some for December, but for now, that is it for the month of November. But I will be working on getting more in the near future as we wrap up 2023. So if you haven't already, make sure you catch the one I did with professional wrestler Jay Bougie, as well as Boomaye Fight Club member. Make sure you guys peep that, and make sure you guys also the one I did with fellow content creator Low of the Wrestling Wind Down. Both conversations were insightful, fun, and true. Peep that wherever you stream your podcast. Make sure you peep that, or by simply visiting www.gressunleashed.com. Gresh on YouTube news. My first What If video in nearly 2 months will not be dropping this weekend. Sorry about that, but it will be dropping next week. I've been playing catch up with content since I've been away on, I guess you could say grievance. I lost my mom, so I've been away from content for a while, and I don't want to rush anything out, but it is dropping next week for sure. And lastly, before we get into the Full Gear, before we talk about Full Gear, our third annual End of the Year Awards will be going down next month. For those who aren't aware or are new around here, the End of the Year Awards is a cross podcasting show where we basically treat it like the Slammy Awards, where we create categories and award the winners. Pretty simple. First off on the Gresh Unleashed podcast, and it concludes over on the Life's a Botch podcast. Since last year was well received, the listener's choice categories will be returning this year as well, where we will list poll options over on www.gressunleashed.com/end of year award. And you, the listener, get your voice heard. It's overall fun experience. But now, speaking of fun experience, let's look at the chat, because I see the chat is popping off. Oh, yeah. MFB said he's happy. We always going to talk about that. We're going to get there as well. He's happy that Toni Storm won the black belt. the belt back for all those actors out there. Yeah, we're going to talk about that as well. We're going to obviously talk about the main event with Jay White versus MJF. He's officially rocking the gold, because you see this man is already official. So that means I have to tuck away my gold chain, because I am no longer allowed to wear my gold chain on camera. But because for those of you who don't know, my boy Highlight Reel won the he won the predictions for this episode. So
with my generation toes. Yeah.
So this man won the official predictions, but We got a lot to talk about. We might as well go ahead and start. We're going to do what we always do. We're going to go backwards. Might as well talk about the main event where MJF defended the AEW World Heavyweight Championship against Switchblade. Bullet Club Gold's Jay White. We heard Bullet Club Gold in the intro, so let's talk about it. For those you don't know already, MJF is still your AEW World Heavyweight Champion after getting injured during you said you missed the buy-in pretty much. He got injured in the buy-in, so that was the story that they was telling. Like, will he come back? Adam Cole even came out teasing that he was going to wrestle even though he had fucking surgery. So it's like, I already know that's not going to happen. But the whole story was pretty much they was selling the knee. Like, Jay White was torturing this man to death with the knee, and then Max just started getting stupid. I ain't even gonna hold you. That man started getting stupid. Like, this man dived off of nothing. Like, the announce table said, "Fuck your spot." So this man still did the elbow drop straight on the floor, and I'm like, bro, why? But
that is so anti MJF. This tells you this is this man literally telling y'all that he is changing, literally, because he would have never done no stuff like this.
I don't need to change, and I'm not finna do this shit.
True.
I'm not taking that spot. None of these spots.
Well, yeah, there's a spot in particular from this night we know you ain't taking, buddy.
I'm throwing in the goddamn towel. The towel's getting thrown in. No, I am not taking the spot.
Yep, you heard it here first, folks. You know what
what was your thoughts on this match? Like, from your perspective, like, did you expect this to be like a typical? Because I ain't gonna lie to you, this felt like a typical MJF match to me.
It was a typical MJF match. You know, it's funny. It's not the hate, because it's not a hate when I say this. It's just a keep the same energy kind of thing. But for all of you guys out there that talk about Roman matches, this is very, very. What did you get? You got a ref bump, huh? What do you get in Roman Reigns matches? A ref bump. You got you got your MJF spot with the diamond ring, of course. We've seen that happen in some MJF matches a couple of times. Shoot, I almost forgot what the man's finisher was because of that doggone dynamite ring. I swear he went.
The funny thing is with MJF, this man, his finisher is the salt of the earth. Motherfucker, your knee is hurt. Why are you going for every move that requires you to land on your knee?
So true. So true. That's so true.
I'm literally watching this man wrestle. I'm like, bro, you are dumb. What are you doing? It's like you turn babyface and start hitting the taunt button and just start acting stupid.
That's what it is, man. Spam the. Remember those WWE SmackDown versus Raw games? What did the babyface have to do to get their meter up? All they had to do was taunt. All they had to do exactly do some dives, taunt. Next thing you know, finisher. You know, exactly.
And then if you playing your cousin, you just
exactly. It was easy. It was
about to break your damn thumb trying to kick out, and it don't even work.
So, oh man,
bro, I was watching this match. I'm like, yo, why is this happening?
Yeah, I mean, the formula is what it was. I mean, shout out to Ken for the fact that I saw on his Twitter where he predicted the ways of maybe an Adam Cole turn here with the crutches. We did not get that, but there were moments where it was like, he might be on to something. It could possibly happen, despite the fact that my guy looked like he'd have been through hell.
That brother needs to shave.
And he is looking gray, unless that's just the light in him or something. Because, boy, my goodness, my dude. It's I'm like, bro, you been the president of the United States or something, man? Because you got real gray. What the heck? But, you know, I'm just saying, man. But, yeah, you know, for what it was, man, it was expected. Congrats to MJF reaching the official year mark as champion. Yeah, he's the longest reigning champ in AEW history at this point. And shoot, I'm more so wondering if anybody will ever top that at this point. I mean, he's literally their Roman Reigns in a sense. He just wrestles every week or every
now
other week
because he's a babyface. And
right.
it's like now, and that leads me to question: like, do you think this is a mistake to have MJF wrestle every week? Because I feel like a lot of people was intrigued by the MJF character because he wrestled infrequently, but now that he's wrestling so much, because he literally wrestled on the buy-in or the 0 hour or whatever they call it now. So it's like it's not as special, but I'm guessing that that's the story they're trying to tell with the babyface version. Like he's proven that he will do whatever it takes to keep the titles, like the Ring of Honor tag team titles with Adam Cole, and now the world title. So it's like, and that match, honestly, how long was that match? Like what, 30, 40 minutes, 20 minutes?
Pretty much. It might as well have been 30 minutes because
as soon as I saw them injured the leg, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a 30-minute technical match where he's working on the leg, and that's exactly what they did. And I'm like, and then also this is a good question. I believe it was either Ken or Sure on Twitter. They was like, they're worried about MJF, the injured MJF coming out for a match, but you started advertising Adam Cole, who just had surgery on his ankle.
Exactly. You see the double.
In kayfabe, that's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
It's inconsistent right there.
Yeah, man. That's one of those things you, I guess, have to pretend to be dumb on and actually like not notice.
So basically, I have to not watch the show in like 3 weeks or 3 months, and then watch this, and then be like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense."
Yeah, I guess so. You know, the way they set it up sometimes, man. That's how we have to just pretend anyway, I guess. You know, maybe we just
let me turn my brain off.
Yeah. Kayfabe the kayfabe, and you should be all right, you know. And then you wake it back up like, oh, I knew it. Dang it. Ha, you thought you had me. Sucker. No, you know. I know, bro. I know.
My brain hurts because I be thinking too hard. That's why I smoke the joint.
How many did this one put you through?
No, this one put me through 3 but mainly because of that death match.
Oh, okay. All right. I can imagine the ride that was.
We will definitely talk about that ride. Definitely talk about that ride. But yeah, the main event, it was. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not. If I had to grade this main event, it's not my favorite main event.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. I mean, if we're talking MJF matches, this isn't like, as far as this year.
I still like the Iron Man match more. Like,
for sure.
I feel like none of his matches since that Iron Man match has been topped.
Yeah, I can say that. Yeah,
like I might as well go ahead and tell y'all, like when we get to the end of year war, if I had to put a match of the year in the categories, it would be none of these matches but that Iron Man match.
Yeah,
that's it. Because it's like,
well, I don't know, because what he did with Kenny Omega was nice though. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm talking about like that will be definitely the one that I will put in. That will be a definite.
Yeah,
like the Iron Man match is a definite that I will put in there, but it's like anything after that, and yeah, you could say the Kenny Omega match too was pretty solid too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because even though that wasn't on a pay-per-view, that was a pay-per-view level match that just happened to be for free on TV
on Collision.
Yeah, so that's dropped the ball on AEW's part. For, you know, I get it because of the milestone, you kind of had to do that, but they should have, you know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say like I'm not gonna like he said. I thought the main event was really good. I bet on a couple of near falls from the match. I did too, but I'm not gonna say like I'm not gonna disqualify the match or dismiss the match because of what it was. But it's just like it wasn't my favorite match of this current MJF run with the title, but it wasn't also bad. Like that was it was fine for what it was. Like it was. I'm not gonna say it was the greatest match I've ever seen. Like literally nothing was topping that death match. I'm sorry.
No, agreed.
So,
that match stole the show, and I mean honestly, before even that, I would say even with the ladies, you know.
Oh yeah, we definitely talk. We'll definitely. If you aren't pro ladies on this podcast, this isn't for you because I'm definitely praising these ladies tonight. So, letting y'all know right now.
Yeah, man.
Just letting y'all know. And we talked about Kenny Omega versus MJF. What did you think about that tag team
Oh man, we still had to talk about this. That's right. Oh,
The Golden Jets defeated the Young Bucks to become the #1 contenders for the AEW Tag Team titles. There's so many damn titles. I'm about to say Ring of Honor Tag Team title, but the AEW Tag Team title.
I'm gonna be honest, dog. The only thing I really just paid attention to or was just the fact, because I loved it, was just the Young Bucks throwing a fit after losing the match. Just, I'm like, yeah, you little crybabies, go ahead, do what you do. This match itself, though, it was just there. It was kind of what it was. I mean,
It had the daunting task of following that death match.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, the crowd tried to be into it,
Mhm.
but the crowd in general, to me, you can tell they got sucked out after certain matches. Like,
Oh, for sure.
to go from the triple threat to that death match, those two alone just took that crowd out. Like, so to follow that, like you said, you could do all the V triggers and all the one winged angels and all the Judas effects and super kicks you want, and you still won't come nowhere close to what you got before that.
No.
Just saying. Sorry, guys.
So the story is basically the Elite are fighting again. Ooh, like we haven't seen this story unfold for the past 4 years about AEW. Is like the Elite are beefing again, but then once they're done beefing, they're going to go right back to being friends. So the Young Bucks are more likely going to be heel. I like them better as heels anyway, because I feel like they try too hard when they're baby faces. Like they have punchable faces. So they're the type of wrestlers that are like, yeah, you have punchable faces. Like I would rather boo you than cheer you.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that explains why I enjoyed their temper tantrum. So
Yeah, because it's like, oh, this is basically them being the child throwing shit all over the place. And I think Nick Jackson is balding in the middle of his head. I think he need to go ahead and get that. He's pulling the John Cena, so you might want to go ahead and get that fixed.
Don't get that for hymns, my guy.
But yeah, the match was there. It was there. That's all I gotta say about that. Like, I'm not even finna harp on it too much because it's like I literally like it had the daunting task of following that death match.
No, pretty much. I mean, that's all you can really say, dude. It was a match. If you enjoyed it, cool. More power to you for sure. Not saying it was bad or anything. It just, like I said, when you try to follow something like that, bro, you're not gonna win. It was a dead spot.
Literally, whoever had to follow that, you literally might as well just went through the motions. That's literally what happened. They had to go through the motions.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of motions, might as well go ahead and talk about the match we've been alluding to all night. The Texas Death Match, Hangman Adam Page versus a Swerve Strickland. Swerve when I drive, yeah, swerve when I drive, yeah, swerve when I drive. You lost to my top, bro. Catch a fire, catch a foot when I try. Big pressure, I'm fly. Ain't no way, no survive. Yeah, swerve when I swerve. Swerve. But yeah, man. The Texas Death Match. This match, I ain't gonna lie to you. This match lived up to the hype for me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like if you follow Revolver and when they did that run in, if you follow the story, the promo that Hangman cut on Wednesday where he threatened to steal this man weed, like bro, this match had me questioning a lot of things in my life. And I mean a lot of things. Like yeah, like what MFB said, like that we're talking about the tag match, like it wasn't beating the death match, and it's like he liked how the death match started. That's what I'm saying, start to finish. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, there was no other way to follow this. This match was insane.
Yeah, bro. I mean, from the jump, you were just like, "What the heck? Whoa!" This was like Def Jam Fight for New York come to life in a sense. The way they was able to take any element and just bring it to life, bro. Like this was crazy. No visuals. Look at that.
Luckily, we're not monetized on YouTube, so I'm not getting demonetized.
See, man, but like the story told in this, man. Like, we talk about the story from any other match. This one's story, just you felt the emotion. It's like you felt that both guys.
Heyman didn't even get his entrance.
Yeah.
He was it was literally on site with Swerve. But speaking of entrances, Prince Nana, my man, you got your own dance team. That man got a full presentation. I'm like, yes.
Approved.
Yes.
Approved. So, hey, now that we see the dance, y'all, let's TikTok this thing and make it go viral, baby. Don't give him that Swerve.
Tyro, catch fire, get your foot when I drop it. Pressure, I'm fly. You know when you also fly. Yeah, Swerve when I drop. Yeah, Swerve when I drop. Yeah, Swerve when I drop. You should post my Tyro, catch fire, get your foot when I drop it. Pressure, I'm fly. Ain't no way, also fly. Yeah, Swerve when I drop. Yeah, Swerve when I drop. Yeah, Swerve when I drop. You lost your mind.
Woo! Well, that gives me an award idea for the end of the year awards, ladies and gentlemen.
He said he tapped out after the blood drinking. That's a HIPAA violation. Oh yeah, Hangman was wilding, bro.
Yeah,
That man was drinking blood.
Like, homeboy, you a vampire, my guy?
That man became Klaus Michelson from the originals on the CW. That man became a vampire.
I was like, yo, somebody call Wesley, bro. Blade is needed ASAP. We got a vampire on the loose, homie.
I'm like, yo, what are we doing?
I was like, man, I understand giving a good match, but good lord, my guy, that.
Like, I was literally like, bro, is this motherfucker drinking blood?
Of all things.
Like, bro, you have to get a shot after that. Yeah. Because drinking blood and it's going to mess you up.
Someone knows that Gangrel somewhere is ear to ear smiling at that thought right there. Just the vampire.
It's about white. Sounds about white. That's white people. White people for you. My black ass ain't doing that shit. Oh, hey, Josh, you want to do this? You want to drink my blood? Bitch, get out my face. I am not drinking nobody's blood. I am not Dracula. Like, bro.
At all, bro. Like, nah, it's not it. Not it. Nope.
Like, bro, I reacted and people was literally reacting the same. They was like, yo, what?
Yeah, oh yeah. We were all like, what the heck, dog?
Some people literally legit tapped out. This man was stapling this man's chest.
Boy.
I believe he stapled his son's artwork to his shoulder. I'm like, bro, y'all are. But then again, Swerve, you did break in this man's house, so it makes some type of sense. They like, bro, you violated a code, so I kind of get it. But man, and then Swerve became a demon.
Boy,
like soon as I saw this motherfucker get that side eye to this man, I'm like, oh yeah, you don't messed up, boy.
It's like my boy went into his final form. You know what I'm saying?
He went full demon. I'm like, bro, this is a demon. This is a demon, bro.
My boy went devil gin on that mug, boy. I'm like, uh-oh.
That was a kill. That wasn't even Swerve no more. That was kill shot.
Oh man. Yeah. Good old kill shot, baby. A whole different animal, baby. But nah,
they was doing a lot of like falsies, and I'm like, and then shout out to Prince Nana for pulling this man when we thought he was about to lose, and then he pulled him up and he started dancing.
Yeah, for real. That crowd, you heard that pop just off that one. Like, that told you who the crowd was behind. I mean, they were invested in the entire match, but it was evident who they wanted winning this thing. Either that or they were just loving Nana that much. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, we acknowledge Nana in this household. He is the tribal chief.
Boy, I'm telling you, man. Like, my boy took black management to a whole new level now. That's all I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're a black manager and you're not doing something similar to this, I'm not saying rip off this man's bar, word for word, bar for bar, but it's like, if you're not doing something like this to stand out, you're doing it wrong, especially if you're a black one.
Well, there was one in his own way. I just don't know what the heck happened to him.
Oh yeah.
Why'd they move him to the pre-show? I still never understand that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Oh, you talking about Stoke?
Yeah, I don't get it.
He's the, I guess, the board of directors for Ring of Honor that nobody watches. So there's that. So there's that. I'm not finna say nobody. There's still some people who watch Ring of Honor. I'm just not one of them. I don't have that type of time. That's why I ain't really getting mad about certain things happening. So, yeah, this match, boy. And then we got this visual right here. I'm definitely getting demonetized.
Yeah, and look, here's the thing. This is why I said all you people who match of the year stuff and you talking match of the years, we are still in 2023 here, okay? This is now November and we just had this. So you have no choice now but to add this to your match of the year candidate. So you might as well just go ahead, whatever ballots you had, go ahead, add that on in there, brother, because this was a whole different level of like, what did I just watch?
I went on Twitter. I posted that. I took that screenshot. I posted on Twitter, and boy, when I tell you, people were putting every reaction to this, it was hilarious. I don't sing it was like reparations.
Yeah. Yep. That was me. It was me. I mean, boy.
They're like reparations. It was like, yo, this is like, because I saw a lot of people. They was bitching about like the possibility of Hangman hanging Swerve, like, because that's his thing. And I get some people's frustrations, but it's like, I don't need people getting offended on my behalf, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was some people who I'm like, bro, you're more offended than I am, because it's like, would it rub me the wrong way? Yes. But if both of them agree to do it, I can't lose sleep over it.
That's true.
So it's like, well, it'll rub me wrong, and it'll make me look at Hangman's side eye. But at the same time, I'm not gonna be out here like, oh my god, he did that. Oh my god, he did that. I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, you both approved it. All right, bet. That's for y'all to do. And it's like, I get the possible reaction to the backlash of a white man hanging a black man in a room full of screaming white people. Like, I will get, especially if that leaves wrestling Twitter. Because if you're in the wrestling bubble, you get the context behind it. But if you're outside of, you'll be like, is that a white man hanging a black man on pay-per-view in wrestling? Like, the backlash that AEW would get will be astronomical, but I'm not finna get offended about it. But at the same time, I am gonna celebrate it because reparation.
Boy. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
The ancestors was looking down, dancing, and shouting like it's a praise break. Someone said it's Swerve's Juneteenth.
See, man, this was definitely not an outcome I expected. Only because, as I mentioned before in our prediction episode, like with Hangman and his history, this is his match, to be completely honest, and he was undefeated up until this night in this type of match. So this is a major win for Swerve, and if this don't tell you where he's catapulted and where he's headed and the trajectory of this man being your future first black AEW World Heavyweight Champion, I don't know what does, because you don't have a match like this and not end up winning that title at some point. So time's ticking, baby. I'm just waiting for the moment.
That man crawled on this man's back like a demon,
bruh,
after winning. And also, I forgot to mention, Brian Cage made an interference, and I was like,
I was hoping you were gonna forget that, because
who invited this unfinished call to this match?
That was so not needed. That was my only gripe with this entire match. Still an A plus, but that right there just deducted it. Like instead of a 100, it was like a 98 because of that.
That one out unnecessary outside interference.
It's like, bruh, why? You could have kept him in the back, homie. Please, no. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. You know.
Oh yeah, you can't really do too much about that. But yeah, Swerve defeated Hangman Adam Page, and it's like if you're not trying to make this man world champion, then I don't know what you're doing. Like former MLW World Champion, former NXT North American Champion. Like everywhere he goes, he's making moves. He's making it like he's busting his ass. Like he improved. Like he's getting bigger. Like if you compare it to when he first showed up in AEW, what was it 2 years ago?
Oh yeah,
to now,
way different,
way bigger, way different. Like it's not like even if you look at the entrance, you got Nana dancing with the dancers around, and he just like stand up like nothing. Like it was like he was like the center, and you immediately looked at him.
Mm-hmm.
That's the presence that Swerve Strickland has about him. Like like as soon as he stands up, you look right at him. Like you like, yo, who is this guy? So that's why I appreciate the contrast of the difference in contrast between Nana and Swerve. Like, yo, Nana is this dancing hype man that's like, yo, I got this dance. People are vibing to the song. But then Swerve is like, all right, yeah, while you doing that, I'm focused. I'm in for the kill. I'm in the zone. I'm finna whoever's in that ring right now is about to get this work.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I appreciate about this entire this match. Literally, like MFB said, he has that presence, that aura that makes you go, he is a star. That's what I'm saying. Like if this man, I will say this to I'm blue in the face. If this man is not in the cards to be your world champion in your company,
Mm-hmm.
you are wasting your time, his time, and everybody else's time.
Mm-hmm.
He should be world champion. And I'm gonna keep it a stack. He should be the one that takes the title off MJF. If Cole is injured and he's not, whatever you're doing with this devil bullshit, because we didn't even get a reveal at the end of the show. They literally just went off the air, so there's no reveal to the devil. But it's like if Cole is injured and that was your original plan was to put the title on him eventually with a heel turn or whatever, if I had the pen in my hand, I would pivot and make Swerve Strickland the guy to take the title off, because it wasn't Jay White.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jay White, everybody and their mama knew Jay White wasn't winning, because he did everything he did every wrestling trope to let you know that he was not winning that title.
Mm-hmm.
If I had the pen, Swerve Strickland would be the next world champion, the first Black world champion.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I wanted to be Keith Lee, as much as I wanted to be all these other people, Swerve is, in my opinion, and I will stand 10 toes down. I will swerve when I drive, and I will tell you straight up, this man should be the guy to beat MJF for the world championship. And if he is not, then what are we doing here?
Yeah.
No, what are we doing?
And this is how you know they're kind of booking themselves in a corner, but at the same time they're doing it the right way, because Swerve's there in the wings waiting, right? So he gonna come at the right time. But see, they're in a corner because what do you do with Samoa Joe right now? This man has literally been booked strong, surrender the title, and he's coming for that championship. So now you're saying to yourself, okay, well, does Joe take the title off of him and then Swerve maybe comes away? I don't know yet. We're going to find out. But somehow, some way, eventually, all roads have to point to Swerve.
It has to, man. Like there's no other way to put it. Has to be Swerve. I'm sorry. it like at some point Swerve has to win that title. Mm-hmm. I don't advocate often for people, but I'm advocating for this. Because this man's proved time and time again that it's like you can't put nobody else on his level right now. He has the interest. He has the crossover appeal. Like if you're looking at this from a business standpoint, he has the crossover appeal. You can literally put him in the room in an interview, and he will sell you on whatever it is. Like you can hear his promo skills. Like when he cut a promo reacting to Hangman attacking him at that show that went down on Friday.
Mhm.
Brilliant promo. It was on social media. I'm like, yo, and I did not look down not once.
Mhm.
So whose house? It better be Swerve's house. And speaking of houses, next up, going backwards, Will Ospreay is officially all elite. What's your thoughts on this, my brother?
Can't say I'm surprised. I guess it was all but official anyway, based off him being kind of. I want to say Ken said this, but it's like it would have felt better if they had already made him exclusive with the fact that he was already wrestling there. In a sense. So like, I don't know, man. I mean, I really would have, you know, Ken, my guy. Speaking of which, spoke him up into existence, and there you go. But that's what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm just saying though. Like at the end of the day, I'm kind of like my boy Angle, and it would have been better if he would have ended up in like a TNA just to throw it all off to, since they needed a signature person to build around. But I get it from a money standpoint because
And that's the thing too. He's not even official until January. until after Wrestle Kingdom.
Wow.
He's finishing up in New Japan. So he basically made his re-debut here, even though we've seen him like for the past year having the rematch at what was it, Forbidden Door 2 and the match with Kenny. So it's like it's not like this is the first time. I was like, oh, so we just saw him wrestle Chris Jericho at the All In. So it's like it's not like this is the first time, but at the same time, it's like, and then when he told me, he was like, pipe down, bro. Nobody said nothing. So it's like he was like, pipe down, bro. And I'm like, bro, ain't nobody saying nothing. Oh, I gotta finish up in New Japan. Then why are you here?
See, exactly. It just doesn't make sense. But it's like
February? Oh, so that's even more. I said January, so he won't even start until February.
February. See, that's sheesh. Well, in November, my guy. Like, God, dog. So we really ain't gonna see you like that. Per se. I mean, so this was. I don't even know to blame this on him, Tony Khan, or what. I don't even know. But
It's like I want to be so excited about this new signing, but it's just like, one, I've already seen you. I'm not complaining that we will see him full time in AEW. He's a great get. Like if I'm a booker, it's a no brainer to not to sign Will Ospreay to a contract
for sure.
But on the other hand, I wouldn't sign him until all his commitments are done.
Yeah.
So if we take Will Ospreay out of this equation, who would you have thought they would have signed to fill this spot? Because we already saw Kota Ibushi is all elite after Dynamite. And Mariah May is already all elite last week. So now we have Will Ospreay, who's already been here. So it's like,
I'm a bite the bullet and rep this one for the ladies and just say it should have possibly been Mercedes Moné.
I said the same thing, but the wording of his tweet when Tony Khan announced it was like, best wrestler in the world, and then this, that, and the third. But then people was like, oh, well, he ain't talking about the women.
Nah, that's fair. That's fair.
Because my first thought was like, oh, Monet. And then that's another thing. Hear me out. If Will Ospreay isn't available until February, you could have, and Mercedes isn't technically cleared until 2024. You could have had her as the surprise anyway.
Pretty much. Because that would have got enough for fans to talk. That's for sure. You know what I mean? Like, especially the women's fans.
Especially after this night that they had, this would have been a perfect time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Toni Storm is your champion. That type of triple threat you got. Like, this, you're right. That you couldn't have asked for a better moment for the ladies than announcing that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, so like Ken said, he agreed with you how he said I wanted him in TNA because he said he wanted to be in TNA, but if he did this from a financial standpoint, then I can't be too mad at that. I
Agreed.
can't be too mad at that either because let's be real, TNA can't afford him
No,
if it's a financial thing.
I'm hoping one day, and it's gonna be a ways off, but one day, hopefully TNA is at that financial level where they can afford people, because sometimes it's a matter of biting the bullet. You know what I mean? Like you know how like they talk about Tom Brady, for example, and how all those years of the Patriots being as great as they were was because Tom Brady literally like didn't really get that multi-million-dollar big contract because he wanted to win. So in a case like Ospreay's, sure, you went where the money is at. And I'm not saying they're obviously not going to book you to your caliber. Obviously they are. They've shown that with the fact that you beat Kenny and you beat Chris Jericho and all of them all in the same year, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But just imagine going and switching and changing the bar, like setting your own standard, going to a TNA, and then all of a sudden knowing WWE and AEW wanted you. Now all the eyes and the ears and the fans that like you are forced to watch TNA, and you bring people there, and it grows. I don't know. Just hopefully one day. That's why I root for TNA to actually get to that financial level.
I
'Cause that's
also root for TNA to get on a network that people can watch.
true. Yeah, true. Not true. And that will come. I mean, it could have been the CW if it hadn't been for the, WWE swooping on in there when NWA
Well,
messed up.
apparently the CW is open to hosting multiple wrestling shows on their network, but it's all about that deal with WWE. Is it exclusive or are they cool with other wrestling companies
Yeah.
appearing on the network? So it's all those logistics. But yeah, it's like with Ospreay. It's like that's what I'm saying. I don't want to. I'm trying not to sound like I hate the signing, but I kind of do because from the standpoint that it's like we won't see you full time until February.
Mhm.
Okay. That means they'll hype it up for a good minute and then they'll be done. Will you be in the Continental Classic? Probably not. So it's like, what was the point? That's just me. It's like I don't want to sound like a hater, but I'm hating at the same time.
Hey, bro, I wouldn't even go against where you at with that. I mean, again, there's so many other names. And when you mentioned this February situation, let's not even forget WWE did mass releases. There are tons of talents on 90-day clauses, by the way. So there's which by now should be almost up. So it's like or
I believe
somewhat.
December 9th or something.
Yeah. So if that's the case, then hello, you could have got one of those signees, and at least they would have been able to wrestle for you right off top. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Hey,
But if you look at the batch that they released, who would you the only outside of Dolph Ziggler, who else would be
yeah,
interesting enough?
I
And
guess.
even if you look at Dolph Ziggler, oh yeah, mid-December. So it's like it's not even right off the bat. Like they wouldn't even be able to appear tonight.
True. That's true.
So it's like, and even then, if you look at the releases, you got Dolph Ziggler, but then if you look at him, he was pretty much treated as a jobber on his way out. So it's kind of like, will people take him serious? And I'm not even talking about not me being a fan. Like I'm a fan.
Mhm.
Like I've always been like he's one of those what ifs.
Mhm.
Like he's a forever what if.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, would he be somebody you would just debut on a pay-per-view after years of being treated as lesser than in WWE?
Uh, I mean, we've seen it happen before,
Yeah.
but it depends on. It just
It
depends.
depends on how they book him. Because let's be real, Swerve was treated as lesser than,
Yeah,
and you see where he is now.
that is so true. So true, my brother.
But Will Ospreay is all elite. I mean, I get it. I want to sound excited, but I'm just not.
Eh, he's like, it doesn't do it for me, bruv. I don't know.
It doesn't move, bruv. Like that bro was saying, bruv.
Hey, there you go. MFB again, Shelton Benjamin. That would have been another nice one too. I mean, that man is still one of the best wrestlers, man. Don't get it
for sure. But
so.
it's like that's just my opinion. Like I'm not trying to hate, but at the same time I'm hating.
Yeah.
See, like so EV on Twitch, he was like, I honestly thought he was already elite. Am I tripping? That's the thing. That's what we was just talking about. You probably just tuned in. He was it's like he was already on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like oh my God, this is a new face. We just saw you on Wrestle Dream. We just saw you on All In.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not Wrestle Dream, All In and Forbidden Door. We just saw you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like, oh my God, this is a new face. This is literally somebody we've seen. Like you literally had a whole faction war. You had the Elite versus the United Empire when Kenny Omega cut that promo on Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like his grand first time ever appearance happened during the summer.
Yeah.
So you're not really breaking ground with this signing. Like, yes, it's more so like it's about damn time. Then it's like, oh my God, this is a new face.
Very much accurate. That's the caption right there. It's about damn time. That's pretty much all it is. So, hey.
He said this is what had me lost. Like, this isn't a big announcement. Somebody came back to school on the intercom.
Ha! I mean, yeah. No, that hey, my guy, you put that 100% accurately, bro.
For sure. So, Will Ospreay is all elite. I mean, that's all I can say about that. And speaking of saying something, we have a new TBS Women's Champion in the Queen of Darkness herself, Julia Hart.
Oh
man, Julia. Myself and Kenny, we was the only ones that believed in you. Highlight over here, even though he won the Freepedia Gold Chain, he didn't believe in you, my friend. But
I'm not gonna say I didn't believe. Okay, it's just Kris Stat beat Jade Cargill twice, my guy. Twice.
Mm-hmm.
The only woman to do that. So, I know we don't really care too much about those other guys, up north in the Midwest, but I once heard Mr. Jesse say this, and he made a point with this. When you're a Kris Stat and you beat Jade Cargill not once but twice, you gotta book that woman. Like, look at how Jade was booked in terms of like from an undefeated standpoint. If you did what you did to beat that undefeated person twice like that, then you shouldn't have lost that title for quite a long time. Not necessarily in the whole undefeated reign kind of thing, but you saw the kind of role she was on having these banger matches. And it almost felt like it was going to go similarly to Orange Cassidy's first international title run with how he was having those long.
How many title finishes she had? Was it 5, 6?
I can't count because they were always like open challenge style. So it was almost like every other week, whether it was Collision, whether it was Rampage, whether it was Dynamite, it was always like some type of challenger. Maybe they ran out of people for her or something. And the way Julia Hart rose like she did, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Look.
Ken says, shout out to Julia and Sky Blue. I'll keep the rest of the comments in the draft.
Ken, my brother, listen now. Hey,
I understand.
It was a whole lot of cake in this one. Not gonna lie to you. They was cooking with that cake. All three of them. God dang it. But
like shout out the Red Velvet, but they was stirring it. Stir it up.
They had the cake and gave you the recipe, my guy. Laid out blueprint. I was like, okay, all right. But I'm happy for Julia because it made sense for sure. Her rise is, I put this on Twitter and I was just like, I mean, let me know if I'm wrong about this, Gresh. But I think it's safe to say that AEW found their answer to Rhea Ripley.
It was Julia?
Yeah. Listen. Okay. Hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out here.
Sell me on this.
Okay. Both of these women are basically the leaders of their factions right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're both champions. House of Black ain't won nothing since they had those trios titles. I'm sorry, Alistair don't look like no doggone leader of this doggone group like he was when it started. Julia Hart then took over House of Black, bro. And she's been taking that over. Low key.
For sure.
So now that she's a champion, you saw the reaction she got. The crowd's behind her. The crowd loves her. She's putting on bangers and improving more and more. She's young like Rhea. Rhea's only what, 24, 25?
Nah, she's like 27.
Well, 27 now. Still in her 20s though, right?
Yeah.
Right in the cusp of her prime. Julia Hart, not even close to her prime just yet. You know what I'm saying? But already rising, much like Rhea was doing before she got to her prime points now. So I don't know, dog. It feels like to me, Julia Hart is definitely AEW's answer to the Rhea Ripley effect. And I think we're about to see it. Now, I know you could argue and say, well, she's got their secondary title. But then again, well, does Rhea have? I don't know, because they don't have a mid-card title. So, in a sense, it depends on how you look at.
So, yeah, Rhea is 27 and Julia is 22.
Okay. So, that's not too far of a gap either. That's what I said. For them to both be in their 20s while one's on the latter half, it's kind of one of those things, bro. Two major factions. House of Black is popular to the people that like it, you know. Hey, come on now. Hey, Ken, my guy. Bro, you know what I'm talking about, bro. See somebody, you feeling me, dog. I'm just
no, you cooking. That's why I'm not even disregarding you. I'm like you're cooking right now.
You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to let that known because that idea literally hit me the moment she won that title. Because it's like, think about it. She, even though she didn't pin Kris Stat, the fact that she went over signifies they have their answer to the Rhea Ripley effect. So now AEW's like, okay, cool. Whoever in creative over there, they've been slowly cooking her up. They've been slowly marinating her, and they picked the right time. You know, and I want to shout out my co-hostess, Ashley, because she actually picked Julia as well. But the thing is, the reason why she picked Julia was because if you look at the last match she had with Kris Stat, when they cooked, she said, there's no way they're going to put Julia in this kind of match for her to lose after she just lost. So think about it. If she would have lost in this scenario, whether being pinned or not, if she didn't get the job done tonight, that wouldn't have done favors for her. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that she went over, bro, look, see, the mommy chance was crazy tonight. You see what I'm talking about? Like, hey, y'all see what I'm talking about, bro? Like, they got their mommy in AEW right now, and her name is Julia TBS Champion Hart right now, my guy. So listen, y'all sit back and relax and watch the growth from here, because I'm telling you now, this girl right here, she about to rival Rhea Ripley right now, y'all, going forward. So it's like, hey,
I want to process this comment right here. Ellie on Twitch said they got to protect her heart, though. There's no believability in her beating Stat clean, which means we won't get a rematch for months. That's the thing. She didn't beat her clean. She pinned Sky Blue. Sky was in this match just to take the pin. Like, let's just keep it a stack right there.
Although you can Sky, she's another interesting one though, because they're
like
doing
they did this whole metamorphosis with her, and it's like,
yeah, like she may have ate the pin, but if you think about it, somebody had to eat the pin. So even though she took the pin, something's going on with her too, and they're gonna rise that up some kind of way. I don't know how or when. But Sky,
they did have a moment during the match where Julia was upside down staring at Sky, and Sky just stopped. So it's kind of like Julia is this. I guess there's this battle where Julia is trying to get. Sky is fighting this darkness that Julia did, because you know when you get the black mist, you start getting darkness. Willow got it too, but Willow's so positive, her positivity just broke free of that.
Yep.
Sky is a different beast.
Yeah,
she sort of fought through it, but she still has that little lingering control, kind of like a sire bond to the darkness. Like you have the Queen of Darkness in Julia Hart, but then Sky is like she's lusting after the dark, but she's not really ready to accept it yet.
Oh yeah, yeah. But she's showing hints because like
because she had a whole like new theme song. Like she stepped on the baseball cap and put a whole new crown on. Like she's trying to take over the role as Queen of Darkness.
Yeah, man.
So if Toni can actually invest in this story and not bullshit around, this could literally be a compelling story.
Yeah, man. We got something on our hands here, and it's like finally, hey, no real talk. Hey, you right, dog. This guy is gonna set the house on fire. No lie. That's kind of funny you said that, but that you cooking and didn't even realize that, dog. Because here's the thing, Sky Blue, they've been working on her just like Julia Hart, and I will give props to whoever's over the women's creative right now. Slowly but surely, y'all have been doing better with the women and telling stories. It's a slow baby step process, but we've been seeing what you've been doing with Julia. We've been seeing what you're doing with Sky. We've been seeing what you're doing with Willow, although we need her to get some more wins. But we see what y'all been doing with Willow, okay? Because she is the ultimate baby face. So it's good she didn't go dark, right? Kris Stat putting on bangers, right? Look like she gonna get catapulted to the main championship at some point. All right. When you talk about the main championship, you see what Toni's doing. All right, cool. So somehow, some way, you know what I mean? Hey, y'all keep this up, whatever y'all doing with these ladies, man, for real, because this division needs it. Yes. And they are showing it. So props to y'all. Y'all getting all the standing ovations tonight, because boy, y'all did everything right tonight. The right person won the title. And despite the fact that I had Kris Stat winning for my own reasons, like I said, justifiable.
Yeah, it was justifiable. Like we're not dismissing Kris Stat. Like this is a big mama Stat fan right here. So we're not finna dismiss it. But like it's all up in the follow up. They have to do something with Kris. Like she has to go up. Like she don't need to go down. She don't need to disappear. She needs to go up. Go after Toni Storm. Go after, like, solidify yourself in the division. Solidify both divisions to where it's like there's interest in the TBS title now with Julia Hart as the women's champion, and this thing with Sky and her being the Queen of Darkness and her being AEW's Rhea Ripley. I'm not saying she's a exact replica, because let's be real, she's tiny. And
right. Two different.
It's more so like the mind game thing, but it's all about the follow-up. They have to make this make sense and make this relevant. So that's all I'm saying. Like this is interesting what they're doing with Julia and them, and props to them, honestly. Like there's no other way than and I shout out to Ellie also on Twitch. She was like, they should make her Sky Blue, what you call it, the Daenerys Targaryen, the Mad Queen of of AEW, because she's so obsessed with the darkness that she starts lusting after it and all that good stuff. Next up, we have a match that I didn't even know they made it a ladder match until literally today. They made it a ladder match on Collision, but I was watching both Collision and SmackDown, so it was kind of muted when it was a match that I was interested in. So I didn't catch Ricky on commentary saying, "Oh, hey, we're gonna make this a ladder match because Big Bill is big," but it was a ladder match for the AEW World Tag Team titles, LFI versus Ricky Starks and Big Bill versus FTR versus House of Black, or as Public Enemies podcast like to say, them house ends. them house and Julia was representing for the house ends.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
What did you think about this ladder match?
Okay, so this was like, you know how like you go into different gears of a car. So like I'd say this one was the not necessarily neutral, let's just say the first speed before you go into your second speed. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, okay, this is starting to set some stuff up, right? Like anytime you involve a ladder match, most time in a 4-way tag, usually it slaps, depending on the teams. And it looked like it was a nice selection of styles. Lucha, straight up striking, old school, like, throwback, and then of course just a modern mix of a little bit of both. So this match was solid for what it was. What got me my favorite spot was just that power driver on that ladder, because I've never seen many people take a power driver on the ladder before.
And
So
I wouldn't.
exactly, for obvious reasons, my brother. Like, through a ladder, yikes. I mean, it's one thing to take a power driver on a table, maybe on a stage, maybe on the apron, but bruh, on a ladder, dog, how is that even possible? They made that work. They made it look believable, but my goodness, yeah, nobody wants to take that bump. If you do, more power to you, brother. Because
I'm not one of them. Fuck that. Fuck that.
yeah, man.
No, bro. Yo, this is you. That was a perfect analogy. This is literally a car crash, a freaking car crash. It
Mhm.
was. Man, you can't really. This is one of those matches you have to watch to see, like, from start to finish. It was just like, yo, this is crazy. You had the battle of the big men, or the what did Excalibur say? He said the meat off in the middle of the ring. He said something about meat, and I'm like, bro, pause. Start.
Yeah, I'm getting real sick. Some of you fickle fans out here, man, y'all starting to make me think y'all real sus out here, okay?
Yeah.
When these men be out here, let me get this straight. So when big meaty men are doing this, y'all want to chant meat, meat, meat. And yet, when you got these big beefy women, I don't hear none of y'all. Y'all quiet as a mouse. I'm like, bruh, you getting the exact same thing except women, okay? So let me get this straight. If men are doing it, you want to say, slap that meat, or oh, meat. You want to chant that. But when women are doing it, you ain't chant, you quiet. What? Where does that make sense? Because
You muted. You muted yourself. You muted yourself. You muted yourself, bro. You just muted yourself. You muted.
See, y'all done got me so passionate, I got muted from that. Okay, let me just say this again, in case you didn't hear this. I get excited more so if I see my two big meaty women doing it. Okay, give me Willow Nightingale and Kris Stat. Them two put on one heck of a match. Okay, I ain't hear one crowd member say big meaty women. I ain't hear not one bit. No meat, none of that. No, y'all went and said nothing. Y'all celebrated it. Y'all cheered and reacted. Nobody said meat for the ladies. When it comes to the dudes, though, y'all want to chant, slap that meat. Please make that make sense, because I don't get it. Please, somebody tell me. How is that logical? I don't get it. Fellas, listen, because that's a lot of deep voices. I don't hear no women saying this. The women, I'm sure, just love it. They ain't gonna chant nothing. They just gonna look in awe when they see the big meaty men. Okay, so I don't expect that. Ladies, if y'all looking. I don't expect y'all to chant. But when I'm hearing these fellas chanting this, look here. No, no, stop it. Okay, I hate that chant. Stop. Please stop. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to hear it no more. God, dog, man. Boy, y'all gonna make me sweat in this doggone hoodie, boy. I'm over it, okay? I'm over it. I do not want to hear that chant no more with big dudes in AEW, okay? Not at all.
I'm gonna fucking throw up.
I do not want to hear that no more. All right? Young Negroes, keep that same energy when these women is out here big and beefy doing the same thing. The same thing. And y'all ain't saying nothing. Nothing. Please make it make sense. I'm just saying, bro. Golly. Oh, it's too early and too late for this. But God, dog, man. Y'all
You said it's
Jeez. God, dog, man.
they had a meeting of the meat.
Oh, God.
That's what Excalibur said. I'm like, bro, they sold a meat t-shirt.
Oh, my God. Man, I'm done with the match, bro. I'm done. Y'all fans, man. I ain't trying to judge if you swing that way, dog. But I know 1,000 of y'all out there ain't swinging that way. So why are you chanting this right now? Please tell me, okay? Why? Then you want to don't let me catch you wearing one of them shirts. I swear to God, if you wearing one of them shirts and you don't swing that way, bro, you getting roasted. No, you getting roasted. I don't want to hear it. No. God dang it, no. Golly, man. God.
I need some fucking water.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
My freaking head hurt. God, dog. Man.
Like MJF should have threw in the towel. I'm throwing in the goddamn towel. What the hell? Oh my God. Ooh, so I'm guessing it's safe to say the highlight is not a fan of the meat. Pause.
I can't with y'all, nigga. Hey, bro, no. Hey, go to the next match, bro. Hey, man. I ain't trying to y'all killing me, bro.
Ricky Starks and Big Bill retain the title.
Oh Lord. Next thing I ain't even nope, not entertaining it. Keep going. Congrats to Ricky Starks and Big Bill for retaining the championships. God. Oh man.
Oh my God. Bro,
God.
you said
Man, I don't even smoke and I'm animated now. God dang it. See y'all. Golly, man. Y'all done animated me, fool. God, dog.
But yeah, I enjoyed the ladder match. The ladder match was crazy. Like it like the spots that they was taking. Malachi Black was doing his thing. Shout out to everybody who did that. But that rant was hilarious. I was not expecting that at all.
Welcome to Gresh Unleashed, where you never know what you're gonna get.
Oh my God. All right, no, I'm gonna be sleeping good tonight.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm pretty sure people in the chat were looking at you like Gigi was looking on Tuesday. Like, all right.
Oh man, listen. I done spoke my piece. Mic drop. I'll leave it at that. You may continue. I'll leave it at that, baby. That's it. No more.
All right, next up, we talked about the TBS Women's Championship. Let's talk about not the GG pick. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this man went on a rant. I'm like, God damn, that's something I always like. Oh, I can rant like, let me do the GG pick.
Oh Lord.
Oh my God, I was not expecting that. Next up for the AEW Women's Championship, Timeless Toni Storm challenge Hikaru Shida for the AEW Women's World Championship. We just talked about the TBS Women's Championship. What you think about this match?
It was definitely the right decision. Did this slap as much as the this was the sports entertainment one, I'd say for sure, mainly because of Tony's gimmick. It's everything you expected. The crowd was into it. They were into it in the finish, and they erupted because they got what they wanted, pretty much. Toni Storm stole the show from her entertainment aspect. Not to say Shida, obviously, I mean, she can put on a good match with a broomstick, for crying out loud. And we know it was hard hitting. Toni Storm got to do her style. Shida did her thing. But again, this gimmick, man, is just, it's so entertaining that it overshadows the professional wrestling. So for the most part, it was the right decision. We got what we wanted. I'm looking forward to seeing the vignettes with this belt and Mariah May's fandom, who was making her cameo by cheering in the background. Yes, indeed. She won it for all the actors like you, MFB. I mean, hey, props to you guys. Bravo. Bravo for a
My
5.
only gripe with this is more so not the match. It was the fact that you know how she won. She loaded up her cheeks as if it
Yes.
wasn't already loaded.
Yes.
Because she already got a thick caboose. So it's already loaded. So she added it with she did extra. She basically tried to decapitate Shida with a loaded butt. She put the metal pan that Luther. Did you know it was Luther?
No, not until you pointed out that was the Luther.
I was like, this Luther? People was like, where have you been? I'm like, bro, I did not put two. I thought they hired somebody completely different.
Me too, because he's wearing glasses, isn't he?
Yeah, like he's not wearing the makeup at all. So I'm like, wait, is this Luther?
Yeah.
People like, where have you been? I'm like, bro, I did not know.
Yeah, man. Hey, just as new as props to him. That's the most relevant he'll be for sure.
For a minute. No, Luther, he'd be cooking on the indies, but it's just like they never knew what to do with him in AEW.
Okay, that's fair.
So I wouldn't say he ain't relevant. It's more so like they just didn't know what to do with him. So this will work. Like he obviously he got involved with Shida, like she kept him in the yam bag, as Taz would say, yam bag city, and hit him with her kendo stick. But my only gripe with this was with the loaded butt. Like as MFB said, it added 50 plus extra damage to the move. So her ass was already loaded, so she just added 50 more to it.
It's also the fact that it was very painfully obvious that something was hanging from her cheek, and yet the referee looks that much more
Aubrey.
How do you not see it? She even tried to literally change it up, and it was still noticeable.
You were counting the fall directly at the plate. 1, 2, 3. You were looking at, and it's like it's not a skin. It wasn't a skin tone metal plate to where it blended in with her cheeks.
Nope.
It looked like she had something hanging out of her ass.
Pretty much. Yep.
Because she was rocking booty shorts.
Oh yeah.
So you saw thigh. The plate was at her thigh. And I wasn't even staring at Toni that long. And I saw it in glancing. So, but you were counting for 1, 2, 3, looking right at it.
Yep.
And I'm like,
even after the match, standing up,
holding her hands up, and it's literally hanging right there. I'm pretty sure she done turned around like 3 or 4 times, and she didn't take it out of her ass until she got to the ramp. So she did all that celebrating like, bro, this entire picture where she was standing up, it was right there in her ass.
Yep.
So Aubrey, ma'am, answers, please.
Yeah, no. I mean, I can't even cover you for this one, Aubrey. I mean, I love you, Aubrey. You cool peoples, but I can't vouch for you.
She should have counted on the other side. Then maybe. But you counted on the side where the plate was. But outside of that, I'm giving props to both women's matches because both of them absolutely killed it. You had your sports entertainment and you had your professional wrestling, the triple threat.
Pretty much.
Well, in a way, both of them were technically sports entertainment because you had the character work in both matches. You had the match itself and the interference and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Now with Mariah May, what do you think they're going with this?
Well, now it's looking more like the Mickie James aspect angle, almost. Because I was gonna say the Rosa Mendez thing from the crowd, but since they did the automatic fan thing and they literally brought her to the locker room to meet her, it's leaning more towards the Mickie James kind of aspect. But Then again, since they're going for that 1930-ish thing, I don't know how stalker fans were back then. None of us really do. So I guess we'll have to see.
They just have to be over the top, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. She'll be riding that wave for a while before we notice some seeds planted.
Well, yeah, she's definitely turned on Tony. Like she's definitely turned on her because it'll be something like I think I heard someone, probably Solid Monster, because he was talking about it. He was like, they could do so many things with this gimmick. Like they can have it where Tony is overworked, like her whole thing is so dramatic and pizzazz. She could be like, I'm so tired to wrestle this match, so have my understudy wrestle it, and then it'd be Mariah May wrestling.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Kind of
Like,
throw in that Miz and Miz Dow kind of situation.
like have her be an understudy and have her wrestle the matches, and that'll be a nice like way to and have her basically build this confidence to where she lets Tony take her let her guard down, and she takes everything from her slowly but surely to where she goes even further mad.
Yeah.
There's so many ways you can go with it. So Tony, don't rush it. Let this feud breathe. Revolution? When is Revolution? Is that February? January?
I think February. That's right, because they're starting to do more pay-per-views a month now. So I gotta get used.
So it's one in December. Yep.
Yeah. So sheesh.
December 30th, actually, literally before New Year's Eve. It's like the New Year's Eve to New Year's Eve.
Oh boy. Gotta love that one. That's gonna be fun.
But yeah, so I mean, like if they push this to maybe say Revolution, it'll be hella interesting. At least to me. What you think?
I can see that too, man. I'm like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing her vignettes now that she has this championship, and with the Mariah May element and the Luther element and
Luther.
Yeah, Luther and RJ City, even because he's a cameo in this too. All of this adds to, something, and looks like I'd almost say she's forming a stable, but it's probably just going to stick with what she's got here. I don't think any other pieces get added to it. So, yeah, this should be real interesting.
I saw someone say, why didn't she just take the title from Saraya or win at All In?
That would have made more sense because not like Saraya did anything with it.
She literally she lost in her her second defense.
Yeah. And then turned around and lost literally.
Because she faced Toni Storm in her first defense. So people was like, why didn't she just lose it there? But I don't even know what the hell they're doing with Saraya. So who knows?
Who knows, brother?
Who knows? But yep, Toni Storm is your 3-time AEW Women's World Champion. I know a lot of people are mad that Shida became a transitional champion, but it's like that was pretty much expected. Like I do kind of feel bad for fans of Shida because they had to witness her be transitional champion twice.
Sometimes there's nothing wrong with a transitional championship reign. I mean, everybody can't have lengthy runs, man. Sometimes that's just the way the thing turns.
Okay, so I see what Ken's saying. He said that loss for Saraya needed to happen for Toni to go this crazy in her gimmick. So she needed to go and downright insane. So she lost to her main ops being Shida, and she lost to her supposed friend in the Outcast in Saraya. So I could get that point of view. Honestly, I can get that point of view for sure. Like, so now that argument is done, like we don't have to Shida. Sorry that you lost the title, but I mean, it is what it is.
Hey, you made history. You are the first 3-time AEW Women's Champion, and now Toni just joined you in that club. So y'all in an exclusive club right now. So hey, you got that to be proud of right now. It's all good.
Our last few matches we'll talk about. Before we talk about the last few matches, what did you think about Eddie Kingston adding stakes to the Continental Classic, where he'll put his New Japan Strong title as well as the Ring of Honor World title on the line? Basically, every match that he's in, his title will be on the line, and whomever beats him will be champion. So they basically be a modern day Triple Crown champion. So they're basically making the winner of the Continental Classic a champion. So I'm guessing that's another belt in AEW.
Yeah, great, because that's what they needed, a whole nother belt.
So it'll be they're going to make them a Triple Crown. Whoever wins the Continental Classic will be a Triple Crown champion. They'll be New Japan Strong champion, Ring of Honor World champion, and Continental Classic champion.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Do we need another belt
No.
in AEW?
No, we do not. At all. Why? Why? Look, I'm not ranting on the. I already had y'all cracking up off one. I'm not going to do this again. So I'm not even gonna go there. Y'all know. Y'all already know.
Now I'm gonna go there. Y'all need to chill with these belts.
You heard the man.
It's Ring of Honor. We got Ring of Honor. Y'all always having Ring of Honor on ROH on regular AEW TV because you're trying to get subscriptions. Then you got New Japan belts being defended, AAA belts being defended, and now you're adding more belts in the Continental Classic. That's like the ultimate undisputed champion in here. That's the thing. Mm-hmm. We already have a world champion in AEW. Why are we adding the Ring of Honor world title? So you're making MJF disputed. Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm the real world champion. No, I'm the real world champion. I'm the real world champion. I'm tired. It's too many goddamn belts. I'm tired. I don't have time. Like, bro, I'm not finna be on here act like I'm speaking for everybody, but my brain can't compute these many goddamn titles. Because after a while, when I look at this, if it's so many titles that I'm looking at, I only have so many fucks to give. I only have so many fucks to give in life, and I only have so many fucks to give in wrestling. If you drown me with belts, I'm not gonna give a fuck no more. We don't need as many goddamn belts.
Man,
keep ROH on ROH, keep New Japan Strong on New Japan, and keep AEW, and limit your belts because you got the AEW World title, you got the TNT title, the TBS title, the Women's World title, the Tag Team titles, the Owen Hart Memorial Battle, not Battle Royal, the Owen Hart Tournament champions.
No,
is there another tournament that I'm missing? I feel like there's more. The international title. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. You got the international title. And then you got people begging for women's tag team titles. Okay. No, too many titles. Less is more. Less is more. It's like, and then what cracks me up, whenever we bring it up, they be like, "Oh, why you always complain, bro? You want 20 titles on a TV show that's 2 hours on Wednesday, 2 hours on Saturday, 1 hour on Friday? Do you want to keep up with that? Do you want to keep up? Because you can't keep up with bitches, so you want to keep up with that, huh? All these damn titles."
Look who's cooking now, y'all. See what I'm saying?
1 world title, 2 mid-card titles if you want. The TNT to international titles, I understand. I give you can have 1 exclusive to Dynamite and 1 exclusive to to Collision. 2 women's titles and a tag team title. That's it. Bro,
yeah.
Why?
Exactly. Bro, you right. I'm with you. You are preaching because, dude, come on, man. Like, it don't make sense having that many. You're devaluing everything. And at this point, every new title you add is a participation trophy, and nobody likes those.
You see how they disrespecting the World Heavyweight title with Seth Rollins? They call that the participation trophy because Roman isn't there. They still acknowledge Roman Reigns as the undisputed champion, basically telling you that Seth Rollins is just a placeholder for when I'm not on the show. So when MJF is world champion and he's not on the show, you know who's the placeholder? The match that kicked off the buy-in, the 0 hour, the Ring of Honor world title.
Bruh.
Too many goddamn titles.
Too many goddamn titles.
And you want me to care? I like this. People try to tell you, oh my God, you have a short attention span. You goddamn right I do. I don't have that much attention to give.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a sucker for a story. Don't get me wrong. I love drama. But damn it, don't ask me to do too much math because I'm going to tap out. If it ain't adding, subtracted to my bank account, I'm going to tap out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Brother, come on now.
That's all I can say. Like, I'm not even finna give you a full ass rant. I'm just getting straight to the point. You don't need that many goddamn titles. The winner of the Continental Classic should be the #1 contender for the world title.
Let the Gresh Unleashed Church say amen, ladies and gentlemen. That what more do you need?
Because what they're gonna be the Continental Classic champion and then keep the title for a year and defend it next year?
I guess so, because them Owen Hart titles, boy, you see them for all of 2 weeks and then you don't see them again.
You don't even get the lower third no more. You know how you say the Owen Hart winner or whatever? They only keep that up for a month, maybe.
Disrespectful to Owen for all, like, you know, Owen's wife. I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna, out of respect for Owen, I'm gonna leave that alone. The fact that you get on WWE for good reason, I get it. That's a whole different level.
That's a whole different conversation.
But you badmouth that, and they are honoring your husband for all of 1 month
Until next year.
and it's never talked about again. That should be an honor of some sort. Oh,
Don't
man.
be disrespecting my Dolphins now. I will jump through this goddamn screen and fuck you up. Don't play with me.
Hey, man.
But yeah, I'm done ranting about that shit because it's just like I've been seeing this conversation for months, and when people try to bring it up, they always try to bitch about it. But it's just like you can't whoop my ass. I'm just saying this. I'm telling you this straight through. Like, bro, too many damn titles. But one of the titles that I actually did enjoy was for the International Championship. Orange Cassidy versus John Moxley for the AEW International Championship. This was a second encounter from their incredible. The first match of these two matches that they had is going to be on the category match of the year category.
Oh, for sure,
hands down. And this one, it actually, in my opinion, lived up to the hype of the first one. What you think about it?
A lot of what you said, man. It lived up to that same hype. Their chemistry, a lot like Hangman and Swerve, how we just praised them, given that was their second meeting. You can just tell who's blending with each other very well. These two blend together well. Swerve and Hangman blend together well. Like, Tony needs to just continually, don't give too much of it, but when you do, remember these ones that work well together when you put on these type of classics, so that when you revisit it, you know, like, okay, y'all remember these little like bangers right here? Hey, let's pull that out the hat when we're doing an all out again in front of 81,000 or 70, whatever. If the number was 70,000, who cares? At the end of the day, you know what I mean. So, like, hey, bro, hats off to both of these men. Seeing John Moxley actually do Cassidy's lazy kicks were hilarious to me, because I was like, I never thought I'd see you do that of all people. Like, you. I mean,
that man ate 6 or 5 Superman punches or orange punch. He's like, you ain't Roman, so I'm not finna sell for you.
Yeah, I'm so about to say, I'm like, he knows the originator of that. He knows.
He's like, oh, like, I knew that's what they were gonna tell soon as on Dynamite when he ate the first one, and he was just like, "That's it." And started whooping his ass. So I'm like, bro, this dude, yo, man, this match right there. Like, I'm probably more than likely knowing me, I'm probably gonna go back and watch it. It was that good. Like, Both matches are like, I understand people aren't a fan of, at this point, if you aren't a fan of Orange Cassidy, you an ops to me.
Yeah, I don't know how you're not a fan of that guy. I mean, seriously, like, what more does he have to show you?
Like, at this point, you're an ops to me. You're the main ops, because it's like, bro, this dude continues to show up and show out when they want to. Like, bro, people see his character and try to dismiss his in-ring work and his storytelling. This dude is good.
And correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know why, but ain't he one of the pillars?
No.
He's not, because I could have sworn I thought
MJF, Jungle Boy, Sammy, and Darby. In my opinion, I'm replacing Sammy with Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, because I always thought he was in that original conversation because he's homegrown.
Mm-mm. It was always Max, Sammy, Jungle Boy, Jack, and
That's wild.
Darby.
He was always a pillar to me. I'm
Oh no! If I had to put pillars or whatever that BS is, I'm literally putting Orange Cassidy up there. It'll be Orange Cassidy. My pillars will be Orange Cassidy, Kris Stat, Toni Storm. Or now, as far as homegrown,
yeah,
or as far as like people homegrown, Orange Cassidy, Kris Stat, and I'll give MJF obviously.
Yeah,
and then I'm torn on Darby.
I can see Darby in there because
so it'll be definitely MJF, Darby, Kris Stat, and Orange Cassidy. That'll be my pillars.
I agree. Like, to me, that seems more viable than Sammy, Jungle Boy. I mean, look at that. Like, look at the trajectory, man. Like,
if you look at their line of work, it's not. It don't line up as a pillar.
Yeah, it don't. Like,
I'm not dismissing their work. Don't get me wrong. I'm not dismissing their work at all. But I'm just saying, like, consistency. Yeah,
because we're talking about in those 4 years now, going on 5 almost, right?
Yep.
Orange Cassidy's been there from day one. Look at how far he's come since that battle royal when they had that introductory of all these characters in AEW. He didn't sink. He continued to swim, and he's right here at this point right now. At some point, one day will likely be AEW champion. And so the thing about it is, I don't see how this man is not considered a pillar to me. Because to me, from day one, I looked at that man as a pillar. So that's why I was just like, wait a minute, hold on. How is he not one? Because before Jungle Boy, like, Jungle Boy to me started out in a tag team. So I'm still trying to figure out how he ended up being one. And then I'm looking at Sammy and I'm like, well, he was in stables the majority of his career.
Literally.
You know? So, like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand those two being pillars. MJF was always a solo act. Kris Stat definitely evolved into that. So I love that aspect from your opinion on that, because, again, as far as the women is concerned, OG, like, homegrown, she has held it down for the women. You know what I'm saying? And so automatic put her in a pillar. And then, you know, MJF's MJF. We saw his rise. We've seen where he's at, gotten that rub. And Darby is Darby. Like I said, out of the OG 4 pillars that they say, Darby's the only other one that's like, yeah, Sting has been with him literally the whole time. My only thing with Darby, I will say this though, that's why I'm glad Sting's having this retirement soon, because you got to separate him from Sting at some point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I want to see this man on his complete own. No more Sting coming to save you, bro. I need you on your own. Ain't nobody talking about that enough. All right. I need you on your own winning these matches.
Most definitely.
Aside from that, cool.
And you speaking of Darby and Sting and all that and them, that was our opening match. Trios match. The Patriarchy, Christian Cage, Luchasaurus, and the Gresh, Nick Wayne, even though he's not, but yeah, and versus the Rated R Superstar, or as Justin Rob was trying to say, superstar, and then he said Adam Copeland. I'm like, bro, It don't hit.
Yeah, he tried.
Verse and that was he was teaming up with Darby Allin and Sting, and they all came out in matching face paint, sort of.
Oh man, that again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that already wasn't. I hate when they do that. I hated it with CM Punk, and I hate it here. Please, please. I'm not. No.
My cat says making AEW trios debut like they didn't just have a trios match on Collision.
Yeah, you're right about that. Speaking of that, when you went on your title rant, did you even mention those trios titles? I'm just saying. I'm just saying because I just realized you didn't even mention them. Need I mind you?
You see my problem?
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Here's a fun fact, people.
You see my problem?
You know, remember when I made that conversation about Julia Hart being the answer to Rhea Ripley? Well, those trios titles are the answer to the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. Because you care? Did you care? Let's see.
Who's the trios champions now? The Acclaim?
The Acclaim, yes.
Okay.
And you see how that's working.
They got thrown through a window. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, all I'm saying.
So many damn titles.
For no reason.
So many damn titles.
You didn't even need trios titles. You didn't. Why did you make them?
For the Young Bucks. Kenny Omega.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure you probably peeped on Twitter Christian's entrance. He had kids sing him to the ring.
No, I didn't get to see that.
They harmonized his entrance.
So this is him representing the fact that he's their fathers too.
He adopted all those kids.
Oh god,
he was off key like a motherfucker, but he adopted all those kids.
Why? You know, that's so Christian. That is so you, Christian. What you, man? Keep doing what you're doing because that just only you can get away with this. Anybody else can't do what you do. And if you don't get no credit for anything else in your life, Christian, Jay, sir, that right there being the ultimate asshole of a father to fathers that are deceased. Hey.
Well, mine's who's still alive. Fuck that nigga. Anyway.
Well, I'm sure he would agree with you. And then, here he is now. I'll be your father, Gresh. I'll be your father.
Yeah, you can adopt me even though I'm an old ass man. Like I don't need a father figure at this point, but at the same time, it's like
yeah, man. Yeah, I love it.
It'd be like that, man. And obviously the match was fine. Like it was a solid opening match. Obviously the baby faces won. Ric Flair old ass got involved for some reason. He started chopping. He started throwing them weak ass punches and chops to Christian, and Christian got payback for that low blow he did at the PC in 2020, and he low blow Rick. I'm like, bro, calm your old ass down.
Oh god.
But we got to deal with Ric Flair until Sting retires. So
great, just great.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the baby faces won because Christian took off running. Like that man ran through the crowd. And they obviously beat down their main ops, who was an 18-year-old Nick Wayne, who looked like a pre-Super Serum Steve Rogers. So that was that. And then obviously so that's what I'm saying. Like I don't really have too many thoughts on this match. Like it was a fun. It was your typical opening match. Like Darby was taking stupid bumps.
Of course.
Nick Wayne was Nick Wayne. Adam Copeland was doing Adam Copeland shit. And Christian was basically carrying the interest level with his character. And Ric Flair was just there.
To be there.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it was a fun match. And then obviously after the match, they basically left the ring to Sting because this will be his last time competing in California because he's on this retirement tour. So
yeah, now that one had to feel good because that's, if I'm not mistaken, that's where he's from, ain't it?
he's from Venice Beach, I believe.
Yeah, so that's kind of fitting actually for that first initial. Yeah, that's, man.
Sting inspired Ric Flair just like you inspired TK the handshake sign, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. How about good one, Ken? Good one. How about,
God damn it.
we
Like props to Sting for his last match, and like we will definitely dedicate an episode talking about Sting, like where we will basically honor Sting, especially during his last run. But yeah, let's talk about it, Ken. Since you brought it up, I was gonna try to avoid it. Fuck it, we're gonna talk about it today. Ronda Rousey's in Ring of Honor.
oh boy. Well, okay.
That's my thought too. Because you want to know why? Do you want to know why? I don't watch Ring of Honor. I tried.
I got some folks that I got love for. Salute to my girl Trish Dora and folks out there that Shane Taylor Promotions, all them good folks. But yeah, I'm like you, man. You decide. Yeah, Ken. Yeah, that's it. That's all you can really say, man. Okay, cool.
Congrats.
I don't know.
Yeah, Gresh, tell us. Oh, please tell us why Ronda here. Because the magic of Twitter. Listen, I was joking when I said when I saw her make her indie debut. I said, "Oh, well, she's signed in AEW." I was just trolling because that's what I do on Twitter. I was trolling, and apparently Tony Khan, for some reason, likes to take opinion from Twitter. And the one suggestion that out of all the suggestions, I said, "Hey, let's take it." This the one he pay attention to. So now my mentions, as soon as she popped up after Collision, my mentions died. Jokers was up on me.
Oh man. Dang, Gresh. You spoken into existence, brother.
Oh, the one thing I speak into existence. Not Mercedes Moné, not
Jakar Jackson.
Hikaru Jackson into my life. I'm speaking these women, not Jada Parker into my life. I'm speaking all these women into my life. But you want Ronda Rousey? Tony.
You know Tony likes his white bread, man.
Anthony.
That man loves his Wonder Bread. You know that. Wonder Bread, cut off the crusts, make sure it's nice and even and sliced, and and put his peanut butter and jelly in between. And there you go, Ronda Rousey.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. So is this supposed to draw more eyes to Ring of Honor like it did for WWE?
Don't laugh.
Apparently, because if you go off of this that I saw, according to Fightful Select, the hope is that Ronda Rousey's appearance in Ring of Honor can help generate some subscriptions for the Honor Club service. She's currently on a handshake deal and has not signed with AEW or ROH as of Friday night. So they want people to watch Ring of Honor because of Ronda Rousey.
Good luck with that. Okay.
My thing is, if this was 2018 Ronda Rousey
and 2010 Ring of Honor, maybe.
But this is 2022, 2023 Ronda Rousey. We all watched SmackDown, the show that she was on. Nothing changed. The highlights I saw on Twitter where people was like, where was this Ronda, when you were SmackDown with baby, she was doing the same shit. The only thing that's different was the camera was less camera cuts and the different lighting. Don't do that. No, we're not doing that. We're not finna hype up Mid because she's on the indies now. No. Baby. We're not doing that.
Oh, I get it. You guys want her to team with her old buddy and old friend Marina Shafir, don't you?
The foot lady. Because she takes off her, get it? She takes off her socks and throws it in the ring. Or to the crowd. 2018 Ronda in 2010 to 2012 ROH would have got smoked. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's be real. Ronda,
Ken,
she's basic.
Ken, you better talk about it, sir.
Let's talk like
now
as Mello says, let's talk about it.
Now, see, Ken, you've been talking about us. Now you wake up the conversation. That is something to wake up, brother. That is something you wake up. See,
and I think the reason why I say 2018 because people were interested in Ronda in 2018. I was interested in Ronda in 2018. Her WrestleMania match with Kurt Angle versus Triple H and Stephanie, her run as Raw Women's Champion. Mm-hmm. They messed up the one-on-one match with Becky because she got injured.
Yeah,
but it's like once 2019 hit and she came back in 2022 as whatever we got. No thanks. One positive out of that was her I Quit match against Charlotte at Backlash.
Yeah.
And that was because of Charlotte.
Yeah.
Let's keep it a stat.
Pretty much. Dang.
So,
wow, bro.
But I think that's all the matches. I mean, we obviously had the buy-in match where Eddie Kingston retained the ROH World title over Jay Lethal.
Okay.
Congrats.
Claudio
defeated Buddy Matthews. And Samoa Joe helped MJF retain the ROH World Tag Team titles where they injured his leg and led us to the main event that we already talked about. So the buy-in was the buy-in. What to say? She was actually kind of good, mostly because she spent time sparring with Natty and TJ. That's what I'm saying. 2018 to 20, she still would have got smoked in ROH if it was prime ROH or 2010 to 2012 ROH. So let's just keep it a stack right there. Mm-hmm. No matter who she was sparring with, she still would have got smoked. Mm-hmm. Just like Snoop quit smoking, she would have got smoked.
Huh. God dang.
Mm-hmm. Because her ass would have been grass.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I'm guessing that's all we got to talk about, and that was your official AEW Full Gear post show. You said, "Why bring Snoop into this?" Hey, it was a nice little punchline. I had to transition. Like Snoop hurt the world when he said he's going to quit smoking. But that was your official AEW Full Gear 2023 post show. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed kicking it with your boy. It's literally 2 a.m. The show ended late because it's an AEW pay-per-view, of course. But obviously, for those of you who don't know, we will be back here on Tuesday, our typical time at following NXT for the Gresh Unleashed podcast, the main show, as well as we got one more preview and predictions for next week because I'm going to get my gold chain back because Survivor Series is next week, and we know that show will be shorter. I just know that for a fact. So.
For sure.
But we're gonna get up out of here. We pretty much run out of time. We are exhausted. It's been a long day, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this bonus edition of the Gresh Unleashed podcast. Where can they hit up your stuff, Mr. Highlight?
For sure. Much love, all my peoples. As always, you see it on the scroll right there. Follow your boy on all social platforms at Highlight Life, HILITE Life, or follow your boy at Life's a Botch Podcast, or in Twitter's case, Life's a Botch Crew. Where you can check out all things over there when we're doing the Life's a Botch thing with my co-hostess Ash Benny. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all
always, and make sure, and we will appreciate you guys even more if you scan that QR code right there at my top left, where you can stream The official theme song for the Gresh Unleashed podcast is the Unleashed anthem by yours truly, Mr. Highlight Reel, as well as it'll take you to the Central Hub where you can also stream the alternate theme song. Where if you are checking the Talking Ish, where I'm talking it up with Jay Bougie as well as Low of Wrestling Wind Down, you heard a different alternate theme. That is the Talk My Ish. That is the alternate theme song that is literally also at that Central Hub. If you scan that QR code, or if you go to solo.to/Gresh Music, it will take you to all the links that you can click on. You can stream it. You can even stream it on YouTube. All you got to do is type in Gresh Unleashed theme and it will pop up. Or Mike Music Mayhem, or Mike Mayhem Music. Mike Mayhem Music. If you type that in, you will find it as well. And if you want to follow yours truly, at @Gresh on Twitter, where I just talk the talk like I always do, and I walk the walk in real life because can't nobody whoop my ass. But if you want to follow me anywhere else, everything else is at Josh Gresham ORG until I change it, because I am slowly getting rid of that username. That username has been cursed. That username has been washed. It is time to start fresh, especially into the new year with your boy Gresh. And with that being said, make sure you guys follow the Central Hub itself, www.gressunleashed.com, or the podcast itself at Gresh Unleashed everywhere. And with that being said, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Twitch, follow us on Facebook, all that good stuff, because we got a lot more content coming your way. And with that being said, you guys stay safe out here in these streets. And remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out, y'all. Be crazy.
See ya.